Overnight, Bad Bunny went on Saturday Night Live to mock Americans about the Super Bowl performance, which has everybody outraged. Everybody's looking at this going, why are they putting Bad Bunny in there? The guy has made it clear he hates America. He's doing a thing where he's touring and saying, I'm not going to tour in America. Just a virtue signal, of course, to the extreme left and the globalists out there. He is obviously a globalist shill. He's been cross-dressing out there in his acts and the like, trying to normalize, of course, all the craziness that the left wants to promote. So he is the perfect person for the NFL to choose. I'm just surprised at this point that people are still watching the NFL. And I've been looking at this for a lot of years, and it really shows just the way that conservatives lose the culture war, which we'll get into in just a moment. But for now, I'm going to analyze exactly what he's got going on. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Join us here as we talk about all things in the culture. Really appreciate you being here. And this is the news today. So Bad Bunny went on Saturday Night Live, and he gave this speech in Spanish to, of course, talk about how his race is something to virtue signal over. And this is what they always do, right? They always virtue signal over race. They always virtue signal over their heritage. And you're not allowed to do that as a white person, right? You're not supposed to like it, even though NFL's a white invention, even though this is America. Their entire intention is to replace you. If you don't see that at this point, they hate white people. They want you dead. They want this land for themselves. That's what it's all about. And replacing the culture is a big portion of that. Michael Savage used to talk about this back in the day. If you ever listen to him, I know he's kind of back in the day now, but his mantra was borders, language, culture. And so when Trump actually came out and actually said he was going to do something about the border, they flipped out about it. Language is something that they're trying to manipulate, obviously, all the time with their gender pronouns and the crap. And also, of course, trying to incorporate Spanish into everything to try to, of course, make English the less dominant language in America. That's very intentional as well. You see it in every movie. There's always a character now who goes out and says like one or two lines in Spanish to virtue signal about that. And that's exactly what's being done here. This is this next step of this, bringing this to the Super Bowl, and having Bad Bunny be a part of this is a symbol, of course, that they're taking over all of this and even taking over the NFL, which makes no sense because, you go to Latin American countries, which I've been to plenty, they don't watch football. They watch football, which is soccer. They don't care about this whatsoever. So this is just literally trying to erase white culture. That's all it's about. And the NFL is complacent in this. Now, we know the NFL's also done this for a lot of years. You remember the George Floyd stuff. You remember Colin Kaepernick taking a knee, and they all did it. And what did conservatives do? Well, they boycotted it for like 2 weeks and then came back, and then we're all ready because they just got to have their NFL. And here's the thing. The NFL, all these cultural institutions, Netflix, Disney, and all this, know that you're just going to subscribe and watch anyway. They don't care about you because you're just going to simp for them. They're going to go capture this other audience because they don't care about you whatsoever. They don't want you as their audience. They've said so many, many times. That's why they put end racism in the end zones and even the years after all of this stuff. That's a virtue signal against you because you're the racist, Whitey. That's what this is all about. And this is what this is all about again. This is the choice in Bad Bunny, and this is what he's doing on Saturday Night Live now, agitating you on purpose. So he said in Spanish, all of the Latinos and Latinas throughout the world and here in the United States, more than an achievement of mine, it's more than a win for myself. It's a win for all of us. You see what this is? This is hey, we're invading America, and we're going to keep doing this, and that's it. Our footprints, our contributions in this country, no one will ever be able to take that away and erase it. And then he mocks Americans after this and said, if you didn't understand that, what I just said, then you have 4 months to learn. And I'm not playing the video because this is YouTube, and this is how it works these days. You can't actually commentate on things, even though it is fair use. Welcome to the New World Order. We have to summarize things because you're not allowed to actually show them. And so this is what he's actually trying to do. This is a mockery of you. That's the entire intention. They're using the NFL to mock you. They're using the NFL to erase you. And they're saying we're going to keep going forward with this agenda, even though it's 2025, even though Trump won the election. We're going to push it even harder than ever before. And this is, again, just because conservatives won't really react. Now, the Netflix sort of thing, if you look at everything that's happened over the last few months, we've had the Netflix reactionary movement where these shows have been out grooming children for years into transgenderism and worse. I've been calling it out for years here, but the media never noticed. And unless some big influencer says something, it's conservatives just don't pay any attention to the culture whatsoever. We're just going to get back to our football. Yeah, that's all they're going to do. And this is the case that happens every single time. The NFL boycotts, then the NFL never apologized for what they were doing. They never stopped doing that. They never stopped the Black national anthem. They just don't televise it now. And you just don't pay attention to it because that's it. They've still got messages written on there that they're pushing for the social justice sort of stuff in their end zones and the like. This is all still going on, and nobody's paying attention because it's not the trending topic. And if the conservatives are not paying attention because of the trending topic, it doesn't exist. And so what's happened with the NFL boycotts that were happening a few years ago, right? Well, the NFL's up like 15-20% this year. They're dominating the ratings and everything. Nobody is stopping watching it, and nobody's going to stop watching this either. And that's exactly why they're doing it. They're spitting in your face saying, you're not going to stop watching the Super Bowl. You're going to watch the Super Bowl anyway. Enjoy it, MAGA, right? And that's exactly what this speech is right here. And he's laughing in your face as it's happening. It's very insulting. It's some of the most insulting stuff. So our goal here and our job here is to wake conservatives up, to wake America up, that this is happening. Even in the Trump presidency, even though they were declared woke is dead and all that, it's stronger than ever before. This is wokeism. And there was a sketch on this that Bad Bunny was also engaged in, which highlighted this even more than this. Even though this is quite the speech, the sketch that highlighted it was actually one of a bunch of K-pop stars. And this is another highlight of how crazy the culture is in this level. So this is the sketch in question, and they bring out these K-pop stars with Bad Bunny in the sketch while they're hanging out. And this is it. This is what they're telling you. That we're not only replacing you with Bad Bunny and Latino culture, we're also importing Asian culture and importing Asia and replacing you on that level. And we're going to merge it all together. And this is a symbolic merging together. They make no mistake. This is what this intention is to say all of this is together. The Asian culture, the Latino culture, the black culture, the LGBTQ culture, we're all together. We're all doing this as one sort of monolithic globalist culture. And you're going to accept it. We're going to put it on all of your programs. We're going to put it on everything that we do. We're going to throw it on the Super Bowl, and we're going to throw it in your face because we're the Illuminati, and you can't do anything about it, you peons. You're just going to tune in and watch and get advertised to by these companies that are brainwashing you with their advertisements as well. Don't even get me started. We're still in the same spot. You guys, if you've ever watched any recent advertisement, it's always a gay couple or an interracial couple. It's the same thing that's always been going on. But you notice there's not many white males in the process, and that's exactly what's going on here as well. Not many white males in the process. They're trying to erase this culture. So this is exactly what this is doing. This is what's happening on Saturday Night Live now. He's completely mocking you, completely saying you're just going to tune in anyway. So are you? That's the real question today. Will you continue to accept this like you have the last few years? You accepted Colin Kaepernick. You kept watching the NFL. You accepted the bowing and taking a knee in the end zone from all the others. That was kept watching. You accepted end racism. That was the thing. You accepted Pride Night at every single sporting event that still goes on, even today. Every sporting event has their Pride Night and then the pride colors that the teams wear. You accepted all that, and you said, I'm going to keep watching anyway because I got to have my football. When is the line enough? When do you draw that line and say no further here? This is where we're at in the culture today. It's really, really shocking that this was so brazen on Saturday Night Live. They're saying that you're powerless even though the Republicans control every branch of government, even though you voted differently. It looks like maybe we are. I don't know. But we have to wake up and change the culture. That's what this has been all about this entire time. That's what I've been saying for years, and I hope you do so. So thanks for being here, guys. Please hit the like and subscribe button. We're going to call out all of these things, and I know we do a lot of niche topics and books and gaming and card games and comic books and science fiction and fantasy, because it all starts there. All that programming really started in those small niche sort of things because they were able to take those over first, and once they took those over, they took over everything, as you can see, even the NFL. Leave a comment down below with what you think. Are you going to be boycotting? Hit the like and subscribe button. We're back soon.